Yeah, how are you? Mr. Premier, how are you today?
How you doing, boss?
Good. Shake hands?
Stand, sure.
Fantastic.
Sure.
Thanks for taking the time.
Sure.
First of all.
We'll try. Sure.
I know your time is limited. You're going to start at 1. Plus, there's a meal just went upstairs, so we don't keep that from getting cold.
Well, I don't know if that's for me or not. But...
Oh, it's set to the 4th floor.
Yeah, I'm on the 3rd.
Sir, I'll ask you the question. As you well know, the Amish have settled here in the island since 2016 and contribute so much to island life. They are considering moving off the island because of the PEI pass and the mandates. That has made life extremely difficult. And they're good friends of mine. The vaccine mandates affected many and have personal, religious, and health exceptions. Vaccines should be a choice, and the PEI pass and the vaccine passports do not give you a choice. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I think the vaccines are a choice, for sure. No one's mandated you to get it. We've had to take steps to be careful for the short term with the Vax Pass. I hope they're very short term and temporary. Hope we can return to life as soon as possible.
Sir, I'm meeting with the bishop next week, and they're considering moving off the island. Are you concerned about that?
Sure. I never want anyone to leave PEI. I think it's the safest place for a reason. I think they should consider staying here for that reason, but I don't know what
how would you address that to them?
I would say try to stay as safe as you can for a little bit longer and hope that life will return to normal.
They don't have a line of communication, so how are we going to get that message to them?
I'm not sure.
Did you meet with the bishop?
Sure. I'm meet with anybody.
I'll pass it on. Sure. Next question.
Can I?
Sure.
Hi.
What's your name?
Christina.
Oh,
I sent you an email
nice
a month ago, and
Thanks.
I have never gotten a reply. So if you get a chance, I would really appreciate that.
Sure.
So there's 319 cases, I think, as of today, that we have experienced of COVID over the 20 months. That's just cases, 2 hospitalizations, 0 deaths.
Thank you.
And in the year 2019 and 2020, there was here on the island 1,367 suicide deaths. Now, to me,
1,000 suicide deaths?
Yeah, I pulled it up on the stats.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
That seems a high number, yeah.
That's ridiculously high.
Yeah.
So my question to you, sir, is why all the mandates for something that has, I believe it's a 99.98% survival rate for people of my age, even higher survival rate for children. Why all the mandates?
Well, I think we've been in a worldwide pandemic and we're trying to follow the best.
But here on the
advice
island, sir.
Yeah, but we're part of it here, and we have a very limited, as we've been dealing with every day now, we have very limited capacity in our hospitals, so our efforts have been trying to keep COVID out, and I think we've done a good job of it.
How have you, so our issues are the hospitals and the fact that we don't have enough. So what have you done to maximize hospital care? Not minimize the people, not strangle us. What have you done to maximize us so that these restrictions can be lifted? Because the issue is the hospital and the capacity of the hospital.
Well, it's one of the issues for sure.
So what has been done in the hospitals to make sure that that doesn't happen?
Well, within the pandemic, we've tried to pool the resources, to make sure we have the right people in the right places. And when this all happened, we emptied the hospitals, as you know, and we knew that wasn't the answer. So we're trying to do everything that we can do. In that regard, to make life a little bit better and safer. I'm happy how safe we've been. I realize it hasn't come without its challenges. It's not something that I wake up every day and I'm glad we have to do. I'll be some glad when we don't have to do it, but until we're safe, till I get the all clear, I have to keep these things in place. They're being done in every other province. I didn't invent them. They're being done across the world, and it's a tough job.
Him on record saying no vaccine pass for PEI.
So you have, with that being said, with these mandates, a lot of nurses and personal care workers, health staff all around have lost their jobs because they do not feel that these vaccines are safe for them. And because of their personal choice and the mandates that you have put in place, they're at a job loss. So, sir, you say that it's for public health and it's for maximizing capacity. How is firing health staff, nurses,
I haven't fired any health staff.
So zero people
matter of
have
fact,
lost their job.
I didn't say that, but I'm getting flack from all others who on the other side of this issue who don't think I've gone far enough. I realized that we were never going to get 100% vaccination rate. That wasn't the number we were aspiring to. So particularly in the areas of health, we've implemented the 3 times a week test as an added solution to try to keep people. I don't want to lose any healthcare workers. I'm trying my hardest to keep them. and I'm getting a lot of flack for doing it. But I'm trying to do it as the best I can do, and it's so far it's worked, and I want it to continue working. But I don't want anyone not to be working where they should be or where they want to be, and I hope it can be as temporary as possible.
Doug Ford announced, I believe, a few weeks ago of when he is planning to lift restrictions. I believe January 17th is the date he has lifted the mandate for the vaccine, and I believe the 22nd of March is when he's going to be lifting the mask mandates. When does PEI plan to lift our mandates?
Yeah, I don't know if we've etched that in stone just yet. I think it's getting closer every day. I think we're in a position where we're able to do that. We've made some moves yesterday to get rid of the cohorting inside of these vax events, and I think at some point we're going to have to keep take the next steps. I don't want to be definitive in this simply because every time someone's tried to set a date, it's been missed. I want it to be as soon as possible.
Okay. I appreciate your time. Just someone.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.
Can we just have a few more? Dennis?
One more, maybe. Hi, Angie.
Okay.
How are you?
Hey, how you doing? I appreciate you
sure.
talking with us today.
Sure.
I was just looking on your website there, the government website, and it says there was over 200,000 tests performed on the island. Out of those 200,000 tests, just over 300 tested positive. It doesn't say how ill these people were, if they were in hospital, or anything like that. There's been no deaths, so I was just wondering, how can you justify an Emergency Measures Act with those numbers?
Well, I see. We don't feel like we're through this yet. The numbers are positive in this regard. We have a high testing regime for a reason. Anyone who's coming into the province, we're trying to keep it out, it being COVID. That's why you have a high number like that. And look, I don't want to do this any longer.
No, I understand
that. I can promise you.
Kerry Mullis, the inventor of the PCR test, states that it doesn't check for a virus. So I don't know why you guys are actually using that test.
How would we define who hasn't?
Well, he's also dead right now, and he also states many times that it's not for testing for this virus.
They're running at too high a threshold.
Yeah, it's running at too high, so it is false positive.
Oh, all right.
Anyway,
well, listen,
Kelly,
here.
no, that's okay. I just wanted to get that to you.
Yeah.
And there's Kelly after.
With the vaccine pass there, I just wanted to bring to everybody's attention how in New Brunswick, as of on Monday, QP local number 2745 complained about unpaid leave for the vaccine pass, and the Labour Board granted them their wish. They won. The vaccine passport is to cease and desist order as of Monday because it's wrong for the vaccine. Yes, in New Brunswick.
Wow.
QP local number 2745.
I didn't hear that.
And I would
Sure,
also
that's
like to
accurate.
know
Yeah.
if you did your research on VAERS and if you could tell me what it is
Still
now.
don't know what that is.
Wow. VAERS was created for professionals, scientists, doctors to look at the data for their own decisions on how to treat their patients and stuff. Very great that you don't know the numbers
Well,
off of that and how you're citing your own instead of the ones that VAERS gives.
I don't have any numbers. I'm getting where I get my advice, and you
Now,
guys don't agree with it, but
with
that doesn't mean it.
putting your healthcare workers out of work because of their own decisions for doing their own research. You say that this is to protect everybody. Heather Morrison stated a vaccinated person can contract and spread the disease as well. So if you're that concerned, why are you discriminating your staff to put them out of work?
Well, as I say,
How come you're not
anybody out of
testing
work.
everybody entering a long-term care facility? If those are the words that you're using as our premier, you want to protect everybody to the fullest degree, stop discriminating your staff. You discriminated me already, and I'm standing up to it.
Well, listen, I understand that you're not working for.
I did not get an apology that you're discriminating
Well,
me either.
listen,
you're not owning up to
I
it when
apologize
the facts
that we're
are
living in
there.
a worldwide pandemic, and I'm trying hard to keep everybody safe. I apologize for that. It hasn't been easy for anybody. So, anyway, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
Callie.
One question.
Oh, sure.
Why can't Premier King, in the spirit of safety, it's all about safety,
Sorry, Councillor.
I'm saying because we're checking the points of entry, why not allow, so we're checking everybody 3 times, vaccinated, unvaccinated, which acknowledges that the vaccinated can become infected and pass. The numbers on that are debatable. England and Israel say they're higher than the Canadians do. That's not what I'm asking. Why can't unvaccinated people get tested, do a rapid test? It's all about safety. I can go into Walmart, but I can't go watch my son play hockey, or someone can't go tie their kids' skates. when there's ways of doing it and it does feel discriminatory. It feels it's meant to coerce and pressure and squeeze until you give in. Because we are the only jurisdiction in the world that has this high double vaxxed and 0 deaths. Name one. There's nothing you can come.
But I
So
think
it's
that's something to
extreme.
celebrate.
But
I think
no, but it's
that's
extreme. At what cost? But at what cost?
I want to.
I know, but if people lose jobs,
I want to.
you know what?
I
You know what?
can't
I have 2 people my age whose breast cancer was diagnosed by delayed by 8 months, and now it's metastasized. They're my age. I'm 49 years old. Okay, but there's no COVID deaths. But they will probably suffer a premature death because of it. So that is not justified because it's about risk versus protection. And so why? Just please answer that question. Why can we not offer people rapid tests? Why can't I go to a restaurant and do a rapid test and say, here, I'm clean?
I think perhaps that's where it will get to at some point in the future.
Well, it certainly seems more fair.
Well, I think it is. Yeah, I think I'm trying to be as fair as I can. You know, it's a shitty situation. Anyways, look, guys, I got to go upstairs. I'd rather stay here all day than what I'm going to face in here, but it's I got to go.
I know our time is limited. There's the rest of the questions.
And he had a note, and this comes from where he sent it in to get it approved, and it said right here that he's not approved because this vaccine is not like any other flu vaccine.
And the government isn't liable if he's injured by it.
This lady, Mr. Freeman, this lady just want to show you a picture for her daughter.
Sure.
If that's okay. Do you have a picture?
Why are the deaths and injuries not reported on Prince Edward Island? Why?
And why did you tell people that had side effects to their vaccines or reactions to them that they didn't have to get them, and now that you're saying that they have to get them?
What is your name, ma'am?
Tammy Glenn.
Tammy Glenn?
I want to know.
You have a picture?
My sister. My husband's in Trinidad. My sister-in-law took a pull from an ambulance. A blood clot in her lungs 3 days after. Trudeau sent 82,000 vials after we stopped it for blood clots in Ontario to my husband's country. And I'll tell you one thing, I will go to my last breath before you stick that in my daughter to keep her education. She's in Holland College in Alberta, and my daughter is devastated to know that she has to put this shit in her body that she doesn't want. I can't take it because there's things in it I'm allergic to, but the Queen here won't let me be exempt. I have to take it in order to go to my husband. It's been almost 2 years since I've seen my husband.
Sorry for that.
Do you know that I don't care if you're sorry?
Well,
do you know that there's people in this country
what do you want me to say?
who have been dying? I want you to stop being a puppet.
Start working for it.
And take that damn diaper off your face.
We need you to start working for us, buddy.
Yeah.
Truly supported your own words.
Lovely day, guys. Thank you for your time so much.
Thank you.
You're sucking down your own your own 700 microbes and bacteria back down your lungs, but you're not doing it as long as some of the people in this province and country.
We're going to be here every day. We're not going away. We're going to be here every day.
Every day.
Just a bunch of
We're going to be here every day.
And guess what? I own a piece of every step in that building.
We all do.
We all do. Because it's my taxes that pay for this place.
Well, I'm going to get a fine.
You know
if I
that?
put on there.
You know what?
Today.
500,
building.
5,000, 50, 2,000. How much do you want to give me? I don't care.
That's right.
But you know what? Make it spend anyway. I rip it up and use it for toilet paper like you're doing my human rights and the Charter of Rights. You might as well, you know what? I have it right here. I'm sick. I bared these children. I bared 2 kids. And they're hanging my daughter's education over her head for a shot that she doesn't want and is totally illegal in this country to force. And you want to know something? Here. I'm going to read it.
Do you understand?
The Minister of Foreign Affairs of Canada, requesting her name of the Majesty, the Queen, all those who foreign, whom it may concern, allowed to bear pass freely. You stay here, I pay your wages freely, without delay and hindrance, and to afford the bearer such assistance and protection
Here we are.
as be made necessary.
Here we are.
This is our province and our country, and we own this country. We own it every damn step of the way.
You did it to
We
us.
own it. You can't do that to
You
us.
did it
We're
to us.
Canadians.
I'm not doing anything
I'm
to you,
born
ma'am.
free.
Shameful.
I'm not doing
I'm
anything to
born
you.
You're
free.
shameful.
And
Everyone.
you know what?
up
I
there
happen to be
working
indigenous
in
too.
there.
First Nations. We're free.
Kids just don't die.
Yeah. And now they're having heart attacks. Now we have heart attacks.
Stand up there.
So now I'm going to ask you to remove
Stand over
yourself
there.
from the stairs,
Why
please.
don't you remove yourself?
No, this is public property.
All I'm doing-
It belongs to we the people.
Yeah, and you can remove yourself from the stairs.
Go back inside where you're supposed to be.
Are you going to remove yourself from the stairs,
legislature.
including you,
Go
sir?
and work
These
in
are
the
our stairs,
legislature
sir.
for
Pardon me?
the people.
Evan,
If there was freedom of choice,
we set up a couple of rules here, and you know it. We talked yesterday, Evan.
It's still public property, sir.
Sir, it's within the legislative assembly precinct.
Legislature
The speaker-
At 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Doesn't start
rules
till 1 o'clock.
are
You've
not
been
laws.
asked to leave the stairs.
Mandates are not laws.
Evan, what did you say?
I said this place
Are you
belongs
going to
we
leave the
the people.
stairs?
This place belongs to we the people,
Are
sir.
you leaving the stairs?
This place belongs to we the people.
I looked on the website. It says we can actually be in the building.
And you are going to be fined today.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay?
Call the cops.
Because you're not supposed to be on the stairs.
And what does it accomplish to you? What does
Do
it
it.
do for your
Do it.
ego
Call
to be
them.
doing this to
The
somebody?
Eagle's got nothing to do with this.
Oh
man.
yeah, it makes them gain weight.
Doesn't
They
it?
can be in there to make a decision.
Keeps you healthy, doesn't it? Like the mask does on your face.
Is that the same way that you felt after you relinquished control of the person who harassed the protest the other day and assaulted 2 people here? Is that the same way you feel?
Be ashamed.
After the sergeant at arms let the person go away that assaulted 2 people here the other day?
in her body, I will sue this place because you know what? I also have 127 institutions globally, 20 countries who can provide me with proof of isolation of SARS-CoV-2.
Yeah, and my son had to go and get the jab because he wanted to help me.
to go to the gym.
Identify
You guys are all a bunch of pieces of shit.
There are cases every day coming out. Every day. I hear people every day. Just last night. Nobody wants to attack the data and the methodology. Why? There is no data to support what you are doing.
And how much money did institutions get paid to coerce and
Here's the
promote?
fact.
I have that money too. And I have money that you've given, not you, but Trudeau's given my husband's country to promote this bullshit. 82,000 vials, that's 42,000 people double jabbed, and Lord knows what happened. We don't even know how many's dead in that country.
Oh, fuck. I'm telling you.
You have no conscience whatsoever.
So I'm going to be
in that
arrested.
mind of
I'm going to
yours.
be arrested for standing on the step.
I am
Wow.
80 years
That's
old.
take all of us.
I will remain free until I die.
Shame in people making
Shame
them feel
on
the way
you.
that they do.
Shame on every one of you for doing this to the people that own this building, that actually pay your salaries. Because it comes out of the taxpayers' pockets. Don't ever forget that. Don't you forget, it is the people who own this country.
That's right.
Not
Built
you,
by the people
and
owned by
not
the
you,
people, not the criminals.
and not Dennis King, and not Morrison, because she wasn't elected, nor were you. Nor were you. Go and read your own goddamn duties,
The
sir.
legislators make the laws, not Heather Morrison. Mandates are not laws.